right, so today we are going to write an equation of a line passing through a point P that is parallel to that given line, and we're going to graph the equations of the lines to check that they are parallel. So let's say I have a point that's given to me 0, 1, and I know one of my lines is y equals negative 2x plus 3. I am to write an equation of a line that passes through point P that's parallel to this y equals negative 2x plus 3. So the first thing I need to know is anytime I'm writing an equation of a new line that's parallel to another line, that when parallel lines are parallel, what does that mean about their slopes? And I'm highlighting the second or the first term in this equation. Remember, this is in slope-intercept form. Remember, slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b. And m is slope. So in our equation that we're given, our slope is negative 2. So if I look at that as a fraction, I would just write it over 1, and that means my rise goes down 2 for every 1 unit it runs in the positive direction. So if I'm making an equation of a line that is parallel to this line, it needs to have the same slope, because two lines that have the same slope, ooh, that's a bad example. Let's see, two lines that have the same slope, they never touch, right? They have the same slope. That means they're parallel. So we need another equation that has the slope of negative 2, and it goes through this point 0, 1. That's our task. Now 0, 1 is just a point, so I'm going to give it coordinates x, y, right? So right now what you're seeing is that I'm given my m, I'm given my x and my y of this new equation. And if we're dealing with slope-intercept form, which is what we are going to form our new equation using, that means I've essentially been given my m, it's right here, my x, right here, and my y, right here. The only thing I don't have is this b, but I have everything else. That means I can plug everything else in that's green and solve for b. So that's what I'm going to do. So if x is 0, I'm going to plug it in right here. If y is 1, I'm putting it in right here. And if m is negative 2, I'm putting it in right here. Then I'm left with just b, and b is what I have to solve for, okay? So I'm solving for b. So right now I'm going to multiply negative 2 times 0. I'm going to get 0 plus b equals 1. And then b plus 0 is just b. So b is 1. Now I know what b is. Okay? So to make my final equation, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to this y equals mx plus b. And equations, just like this one up here, it has variables x and y, right? So I'm going to leave the x and y in my equation. But I now know what m and b are. And to write any equation of any line, I just need to know what m and b are. So m, of course, is that negative 2, and b is 1. So my final equation is going to be y equals, and instead of m, I'm going to put in that negative 2 x plus, and then I'm going to put in that b. So this equation right here is parallel, right, to this one right here. It's parallel. They have the same slope. Here's the slope of this one. Here's the slope of this one. You see it's the same. But this equation goes through the point 0, 1. So this is my answer. Y'all have a great day. Bye.